Not every disaster begins with bad intentions. Some begin with honesty shared at the wrong moment with the wrong person. Words feel light when we speak them, but once released, they can grow heavy, twisted, and dangerous. This is a story about how silence might have saved a life and how one tired confession destroyed it. In a quiet industrial town where people were known more for their endurance than their dreams, lived a man named Daniel Harper. Daniel worked at a construction supply warehouse on the edge of town. He was dependable, punctual, and rarely spoke unless spoken to. Every day, Daniel arrived before sunrise. He lifted heavy crates, loaded trucks, and followed orders without complaint. By the time evening arrived, his hands were numb, his legs shook with fatigue, and his body felt older than his years. When he returned home, he often fell asleep in his chair, dinner untouched. But even in rest, his mind stayed awake, thinking about rent, rising prices, and how long his body could keep up. One night, after an especially long shift, Daniel stayed behind, sitting on the concrete steps outside the warehouse. The air was cold, and his breath came out slowly. He thought quietly, "I've given everything every day. Maybe tomorrow I'll ask for a lighter shift, just for a while, just to recover." A coworker named Mark Wilson noticed him sitting there. "You look exhausted," Mark said casually. "Everything all right?" Daniel hesitated. He almost said nothing, but tired people lower their guard. "I'm fine," Daniel replied softly, "just thinking of asking for fewer hours for a bit. My body needs rest." Mark nodded with understanding, patted his shoulder, and walked away. Daniel believed the conversation ended there. It didn't. Later that evening, Mark mentioned it to another worker while clocking out. "Daniel's struggling," he said. "He says this job is wearing him down." The next morning, that worker repeated it differently. "Daniel's unhappy here, says management pushes too hard." By lunchtime, the story had changed again. "He doesn't want to work here anymore. He's thinking of leaving. He's not loyal." By the end of the day, the words reached Mr. Collins, the warehouse supervisor, but now they carried fear instead of truth. The following afternoon, Daniel was called into the office. Mr. Collins didn't ask how Daniel was feeling. He didn't ask what was wrong. He didn't ask for clarity. Instead, he said coldly, "We've heard you're dissatisfied and planning to leave. That kind of attitude spreads quickly. We can't afford that." Daniel froze. "I never said that," he replied quietly. "I just said I was tired." But decisions had already been made. "You can finish today. We'll settle the paperwork." Daniel walked out carrying a small box with his belongings. His hands shook, not from anger, but from shock. One sentence had cost him everything. Days passed. Without income, pressure grew. Bills piled up. Sleep disappeared. Daniel stopped answering calls, embarrassed and confused by how quickly his life had unraveled. One evening, while walking past the warehouse, he overheard workers laughing and talking. Someone mentioned his name. "He was planning to quit anyway," a voice said. "Yeah, probably looking for something easier." Daniel kept walking. He finally understood. He hadn't been punished for disloyalty. He had been punished for speaking too much.